You know that phrase in the Bible where it's like Jesus was like, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And people basically interpret that as saying that the only way to get to heaven is through Jesus. Well, I got a question about that. Let's argue.
Hi, my name is Anthony. A lot of people know me as Big Bay. I am a father, a Prince Hall Mason, an artist, a veteran, and some will call me very opinionated. I created this podcast because I would like to have high-level, healthy conversations on a variety of topics such as relationships, religion, and politics. No topic is off limits. In this space, all opinions matter. Now, with that being said, let's argue.
I came to a realization. Moms must think I'm dumb. Running lines. And it only made your nose numb. Cause I'm big bake with the flow. Throwing bolos. You ride bench and I'm bow nose. Two sport gang.
Okay, so I got a question. You know John chapter 14, verse 6, where it says, Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. Y'all remember that? Now I want to break that down a little bit because I feel like the meaning is just a little bit off. And I think that it's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. Don't beat me down. But I feel like it was interpreted in a way that would pigeonhole people or lead them into a funnel of one thing. Now, when Jesus said, I am the way, that was pretty self-explanatory. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I can lead you to the way. And if you pay attention to something else, like if you ever watch a show called The Mandalorian, they say this is the way. You know what I mean? So that's straightforward. Everybody came to a conclusion and they said this is the way, and that's the way they went. And then he said, I am the truth. And if you look up the Hebrew meaning of truth, it's light. So basically, he's saying if you're in darkness and you are needing, to find your way to God, I'm the light. I can get you there. That's pretty self-explanatory too. And then he says, the third one is, I am the life. Now, the life is actually God, because everybody's the life. But the way it was interpreted was to say that Jesus was the only person that walked the earth that had the life in them. He was the only one. When in fact, everything is the life. Plants, animals, critters, everything is the life. Anything with a proton, neutron, and electron in it is the life, because the electron thinks. So everything is God. And then he says, no man cometh unto the Father but by me, which personally, I think that was added in, just like a lot of stuff. It was added in to prove a point. It was like the additive to the truth, because lies usually are like 98% truth and then a little switch that'll take you a smidgen off. But don't shoot the messenger. This is just my opinion. You don't have to listen to it. You can always scroll. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem with it. I feel like I am a child of God. I do. I feel like I'm God. God is me. I do. And I say that with confidence. Why, you ask? I'm glad you asked. I say that with confidence because there are things in my life that has happened that are unexplainable. And if I try to explain them to the masses, I would sound like I'm crazy. But we won't go there tonight. I just feel like that everything is a perspective of God. I'm talking about everything. I'm talking about from people to animals to insects to rocks to trees to plants to water to fire to space to time, everything. And I also feel like the interpretation was a little bit wrong, because I feel like in anything that you're trying to learn, you're supposed to go to the people that's the way, the truth, and the life. You're supposed to go to the people that know how to get to where you're trying to go, so that they can give you an explanation, so that you can then do your research or walk down your own path based on the information that they gave. And after they give you the information, if you're while doing your research, if they're the light, that means if you feel off or you are at a crossroads and you don't know where to go, you can always ask them questions about the topic that they're an expert on. And in Jesus's case, because he had went to ancient Kemet and he went to India and studied about God, he was a master of knowing about God. So I feel you could also find a master of knowing about mechanics. You can also find a master that knows about culinary arts. You can find a master of anything, and you got to follow the same steps to get to where you want to go for each of those categories. And the plot twist was, hey man, you can't get there unless you go through me, which a culinary arts instructor would say the same thing if he was talking in Hebrew and nobody knew how to how to interpret it correctly, so they just figured out how to interpret a little bit and then put their spin on it. Especially if he was trying to control the way everything was cooked in the world. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. I just, give my opinions and then come on here and then tell y'all. So if you got another opinion, leave me a comment. Talk to me. I'll talk back. Let's argue.